express our desire to the Lord Almighty as the college choir leads us in prayer. Sunshine is a welcome thing. It brings a lot of joy and brightness to all. Smile is a universal welcome. I now invite our eminent personage, Dr. Aloysius Edward, Dean, Faculty of Commerce and Management, to welcome the gathering with his enriching words.
Good morning to all of you. Respected Professor Marjan Bojajev, Rector and Provost of American University College, Skopje, North Macedonia. Father Dr. Aksin George, Principal of our college. Dr. Jisha Viji, Head Department of Professional Management Studies. Dr. XLC, Conference Convener. Dr. Sneha, Conference Co-Convener. Mr. Sukil, Conference Student Coordinator. Mrs. Iron, delegates, colleagues, and my dear BBA students. At the outset, I, on behalf of Conference Organizing Committee, welcome all of you to International Conference on Technology, Innovation, Sustainability in Business Management, organized by Department of Professional Management Studies in collaboration with University American College, North Macedonia. Conventionally, there are 4 factors of production, namely, all of us know, land, labor, capital, and entrepreneurship. Today, I can add 5th and 6th factors of production, which are technology and innovation. Every 10 years, something big happens in technology industry. In the past 4 decades, we have witnessed 4 major technological waves. PC server, internet and web, mobile cloud computing, and today we are in artificial intelligence. When Mr. Satya Nadella, the CEO of Microsoft, was in India for 3-day visit during last 3rd week of February 2024, this year, he said, I quote, "One of the things I'm tracking is where India is and how Indian human capital and Indian businesses and public sector organizations are adopting these new waves of technology," I unquote. What is unique to India is Aadhaar and UPI, Unified Payment Interface, which are the greater innovation to the world. Even as India's technology industry witnessed slower growth due to macroeconomic factors, domestic IT growth exceeded, especially in 2023, more than export growth, export of services for the first time. So this IT domestic growth was supported by the government investment and adoption of these new waves of technology. So today, India's technology industry is now worth 350 billion US dollars and employs more than 5.4 million people. On the innovation front, country has more than 100 unicorn startups with the combined valuation of 253 billion US dollars. It is amazing to note that entrepreneurs are finding different options to create technology and digital tools to solve the socio-economic problems of residents of our country. More than 70% of these startups are digital platforms in various sectors such as transport, e-commerce, fintech, tourism and hospitality industry, food delivery, cab aggregation, health tech, house maintenance, and the beauty services. So the fourth way of technological revolution is completely different from IT outsourcing revolution with the intervention of digital technologies. So when you look at the sustainability of companies, we need to understand business organizations are like human beings. They have limited lifespan. The McKinsey, one of the major consulting management company in the US, suggests that the average lifespan of S&P 500, which is one of the major stock index in the world, the average lifespan of all these S&P 500 company was 61 years in 1958, but today it is just 18 years, below than 18 years. The study also suggests that by 2027, the 75% of companies quoted on S&P 500 will disappear, and the number of companies to be part of S&P 500 are yet to be born. So today, in the data-driven technology, data-driven world, powered by digital technology, companies are evolving. And what is very important is the sustainability of every company. So to make the company more sustainable, the company need to concentrate 3 Ps: planet, people, and profit. So keeping in view of the triple bottom line of planet, people, and profit, companies cannot ignore the environmental damage occurred due to their operations. So in this backdrop, the Department of Professional Management Studies provides a very, very important platform for all the research scholars, faculty members, and professionals to deliberate and reflect upon various strategies to enhance the management capabilities by use of technology and innovation for a sustainable future. On this great occasion, we have one of the great administrators in the European Union, seasoned academician, experienced management professional, manager of many Macedonian companies, and member of many professional management organizations, Professor Marjan, Rector and Provost of University American College, North Macedonia, who has been instrumental in establishing collaboration between North American University College and Christianity College Autonomous, and played a significant role having this collaborative conference. Father Augustine George, our beloved principal, and our beloved vice principal, and myself were in his institution 1 year before, February 2023, in his institution in North Macedonia. Dear Professor, we are extremely honored to have you on our campus today and for this inaugural function of the conference. I, on behalf of management, staff, students, and delegates gathered here, welcome you to our campus and to the inaugural function of the conference. May I request for the Dr. Augustine George, our beloved principal, to offer a sapling to Professor Marjan. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Father. Today we have with us Mrs. Irene, the spouse of Professor Marjan from North Macedonia. Dear ma'am, we welcome you. May I request Professor Shilpa Rao to hand over sapling to Mrs. Irene. Christianity College Autonomous celebrates its Silver Jubilee year. This academic year, 25 years of academic excellence, continuous commitment to social transformation, and unwavering dedication to quality and innovation. We strongly believe that quality is a measure of excellence. Quality in higher education is a continuous journey, and we have achieved many milestones in our quality journey within last 24 years of our existence, accredited with the highest grade A++ by NAC, with a CGPA of 3.78, which is the second highest in Karnataka and the highest in our country, in Arts and Science College category in third cycle of accreditation. Our MBA program has been accredited by ACBSP, Accreditation Council for Business Schools and Programs, USA, like all the programs at University American College, North Macedonia, have been accredited by ACBSP. First place in national level for Clean and Smart Campus Award from the national level. Ranked as one of the top 150 colleges in the country as per NARF ranking in 2022 and 2023 out of 46,575 colleges in the country. Best emerging college of the century in arts and science and commerce out of more than 45,000 colleges as per India Today survey, and many more, which is due to dedication and sincere effort of our fathers. On this great occasion, with immense joy, I welcome Father Dr. Agustin George, principal of our college, who takes every effort in enhancing the quality of our institution, always lead in front all our academic enrichment activities, and always strives further for the progress of our institution through his innovative efforts. Dear Father, we welcome you. Since inception of our BBA program in 2001, our BBA students are meant for their creativity, teamwork, and innovation, whether we organize any management academic fest or any department academic enrichment activities and management exhibition or any other activity conducted in our department. Our BBA program is ranked one of the top 10 in Bangalore, in top 25 at the national level as per India Today survey 2023 out of more than 40,000 colleges which offer MBA program. So this dynamic group of student community and faculty is headed by Dr. Jisha VG, Head Department of Professional Management Studies. Dear ma'am, we welcome you. The conference is the outcome of sincere effort of all the faculty members of Department of Professional Management Studies, especially Dr. Excelsi, conference convener, Professor Shilpa Rao, and Dr. Ajay Abraham, Dr. Sneha, and all the faculty members of Department of Management Studies. I warmly welcome Dr. Excelsi and Dr. Sneha to the inaugural function of the conference. I welcome all the delegates, research scholars, and all the professionals who have come from various parts of the country to make this conference a real success. I welcome all dear delegates. Students' involvement and participation are vital to any activity of the department. I express my warm welcome to Mr. Sukil, Conference Student Coordinator, to the conference. I welcome all my fellow colleagues, the Department of Professional Management Studies. I warmly welcome all my dear BBA students of BBA Aviation Management, BBA Tourism and Hospitality Management, and BBA Business Analytics to the inaugural function of the conference. I welcome all my dear students. I, on behalf of conference team, wish all the participants and delegates an enriching learning experience during two-day international conference. I welcome you one and all. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Dr. Aloysius Edward is a person with full of knowledge and energy. The vibe that sir instills in all of us is a true motivation. On behalf of the Department of Professional Management Studies, I'm glad and honored to welcome you to this august gathering, sir. There is always light if we are brave enough to see it. There is always light if we are brave enough to be with it. Let us promise forth to enlighten our souls and minds as we symbolically light the lamp. I kindly request the dignitaries on the dais to come forward and light the lamp. Kindly raise for the lighting of the lamp. An exordium is a composition of a narrative journey that provides a clear picture of the past, present, and the future. On this note, I now invite Dr. A.J. Excelsi, conference convener, to narrate the exordium of the Silver Jubilee International Conference.
No distance is too far and no dream is too large because the cycle of life keeps changing. Good morning, respected dignitaries on the dais, delegates, faculty members, and my dear students. I deem it a great privilege and honor to present the prelude for the Silver Jubilee International Conference on Technology, Innovation, Sustainability in Business Management. Christosayanthi College, Autonomous, is affiliated to Bengaluru North University, is accredited with A++ in 2021 by NAC in the third cycle of accreditation. In the NIRF 2023 college ranking, the college was placed among the top 100 to 150 colleges in the country and ranks as one of the 5 colleges among Karnataka. The Department of Professional Management Studies is established this year, is endeavors to offer comprehensive education to aspiring managers across various domains. And this year, we are happy and privileged to organize our Silver Jubilee International Conference with the University American College, SKOPJE, North Macedonia. Technology and innovation are indispensable for the growth of business and the success of any organization. It is an important factor which helps the traditional companies and the educational institution in foreseeing the potential threats and rising competition. Needless to say, companies and organizations cannot thrive without matching the pace with change and transformation which is taking place in the market. Digital transformation integrates digital technology into all the areas of business. To meet with the ever-changing demands of business process and the customer expectation, and to create a competitive advantage as well as positioning the organization for the future growth, the role of technology and innovation cannot be ignored. IoT, AI, ML, and blockchain are some of the latest technology which have brought about the sea of change by amalgamating demanding millennial generation into the high-speed data lanes. In the past few months, technology has played a vital role in sustaining the global economic condition. Businesses are now looking for new ways of dealing and cost minimization. Educational institutions are embraced digital mode of teaching and learning methodologies in order to update the academic of students. It's my privilege to invite you to embark on a journey of exploration, collaboration, and discovery. Our agenda transcends the traditional boundaries of academic discourse. It aspires to inspire actionable insights and catalyze meaningful change. Together, let's harness the power of innovation to forge the path towards sustainability, where technology marvels serves as catalyst for positive transformation. Let's seize this opportunity to shape a legacy that transcends generation, leaving behind a world richer in possibility and prosperity. May our time together be marked by enlightenment, inspiration, and the collective resolve to pioneer a brighter tomorrow. This conference is intended to seek intellectual contribution of experts from industry, academia, and research for advancement of technology. It also seems to provide a platform to the participant for insightful and original discussion and present their research work on technology, innovation, sustainability, and business management. This conference includes 5 technical sessions and 2 plenary sessions. A total of 124 registrations came for the conference, out of which the 41 papers are for Scopus publication. Technical session 1 is about technology and future of business. The keynote speaker for technical session 1 is Mr. Girish Kamala, Senior Director and Country Head, Automotive Sales, Infineon Technology. The technical session 2 is about technology and innovation on corporate sustainability. The keynote speaker for the session is Mr. Subramania Ullal, Chief Executive Director, SASMOS Bangalore. The keynote speaker for the session 3 is Dr. Uma Sharma, Professor and Coordinator, Geographics Laboratory, Bridgewater State University, USA. The technical session 3 is about sustainable transportation innovation using technology. In technical session 4, the discussion is about profession and passion of work-life balance and organizational excellence. The keynote speaker for the session is Ms. Deepa Narayanan, Human Resource Transformation Mentor and Kuchibudi Exponent. The technical session 5 is about entrepreneurship, creativity, and innovation. The keynote speaker for the session is Mr. Rakesh, Director, Target Corporation, Bangalore. There are 2 plenary sessions divided into 3 panels each, and the participants will be presenting their research work. Today, nothing is like it was, and tomorrow, nothing will be like it is. Wishing you all the very best for the conference. Have a fruitful and informative session. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Excelsi, for taking us through the journey of events scheduled for the 2-day international conference. Integrity, insight, and inclusiveness are the 3 essential qualities of a good leader. One such personality who encompasses all these qualities through his innovative practices is Father Dr. Augustine George, Principal, Christu Jayanti College. I now request Father to render his presidential address.
Most distinguished Professor Marjan, the Chancellor, University of American College, SKOPJE, Dr. Aloysius Edward, Dean of Faculty of Commerce and Management, Dr. Jisha, Head of Department of Professional Management Studies, Dr. A.J. Excelsi and Dr. Sneha, the conference conveners, and Mr. S. Sukil, the student coordinator, the delegates, Ms. Irene, faculty members, and my dear students. I'm very much pleased to be the part of this international conference in the Jubilee year, organized by the Department of Professional Management Studies with a relevant theme. And I'm very much pleased to wish all the best to the conference organizers, the department, participants, and my dear students. We are truly honored with the presence of Professor Marjan, who is kind enough to be the part of this program. We established an online collaboration with American universities 2 years before. Last year, a team from the Christu Jayanti College made a visit to the university and we had a very fruitful, interactive time with the management and faculty members as well. Very happy to learn that the SKOPJE in the North Macedonia is the birthplace of our Mother Teresa. That's things nobody knows it. I think we have a mistake in the other place. From that time onwards, we are pursuing this matter for the further engagement and understanding to go ahead with the collaborative work. And today, we have the Imagine the president himself with his wife is here to understand and proceed with the signing of the agreement between the university and our college. Thank you for joining with us. We hope this will continue with the more enthusiasm, and there will be more engagement by the student exchange and the faculty exchange, and a joint collaborative program like this in the coming days, in the coming years as well. In the year 1999, a remarkable chapter in the story of higher education unfolded. Presidential College was founded by the visionary, the idea of the CMI, the educationist. The journey of this institution owes everything to its founding father, Saint Kyriakos Elias Chavara, a saintly person. He was a pioneer in democratizing education and making it accessible to all the segments of the society. His initiative to impart the quality education with values and virtues, to develop individuals as an instrument of the social mobility and the transformation, inspired the establishment of this esteemed college. His teachings and the principles continue to resonate within the walls of these institutions, guiding educators and students on the path of knowledge, character, and the service. The international conference organized by the management department is one of the many academic programs that department, even though they're quite new. We have the BBA department, it's bifurcated into two departments, and they are very keen to organize many programs after the bifurcation of a department into two. I highly appreciate the role of the department, the head of the department, the faculty members, the students, to make the school truly a department of the global, the standard, by continuously organizing programs of this nature, bringing the people of the high repute and creating a great ecosystem for learning and growth. And this conference is an example of the collaborative effort from the part of the department. In the 21st century, we find ourselves at the precipice of unprecedented technological advances. The digital era has ushered in the wave of opportunities, transforming the way that we live, we work, we conduct the business. It is our duty as a nation that values the progress to harness the power of technology and innovation for the betterment of our economy and well-being of our citizens. In the realm of the business management, embracing the technology is no longer a choice, it is a necessity. Our entrepreneurs and business leaders are the architect of our economic landscape, and their ability to adapt to the ever-evolving the tech-driven world will definitely define our collective the success. That means we must foster an environment that encourages innovation, where the idea flourishes, where business not only thrive, but also contribute the knowledge and the wealth of our country. Sustainability, a cornerstone of the responsible business practices, must be at the forefront of our minds. We cannot ignore the environmental impact of our action. In this era of the climate change, we must prioritize the sustainable practices that ensure longevity of our planet. It's not a buzzword. It is a commitment from the part of all the creatures in the universe. I would like to take a moment to highlight the crucial role played by our college in shaping the future leaders and innovators. I'm proud to say that in alignment with our vision for progress, our college has implemented the groundbreaking initiatives to integrate cutting-edge technology and the sustainable practices into our curriculum and in the practice as well. As you are well aware of that, we received the first prize at the national level for the clean and smart campus, wherein we focused on the 6 areas of the sustainability: the water management, energy management, the waste management, sanitization, the accessibility, the green cover, and technology integration. So I pray and wish this conference be a testament to our collective commitment to embracing the digital transformation for sustainable growth. This gathering must be more than a meeting of minds. It must be a platform for the convergence of ideas, a crucible for the innovations, and the platform for the collaboration. Together, we have the power to shape a future that is not only digitally advanced, but also sustainable, ethical, and inclusive. Digital transformation is not about technology, it is about the people. Along with the AI, MI, HI, the human intelligence, that also matters. It is about empowering the individuals, and that will transform the living environment. I'm happy to wish all the best. Before I conclude, I appreciate the thoughtfulness of the delegates who are the part of this program, for making themselves available and take this platform as a learning and enriching platform for them. Wish them all the best. Enjoy the hospitality of the Jayanti College. I wish. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Father. Your thoughts and insights on digital era has made us recollect the necessity of the present. We shall definitely take sustainable practices into our life and provide a commitment towards the universe to protect it for the future needs of the society. Your words are always inspiring, and you have always been a true motivation to all of us through your innovative approach. We once again thank you, Father. On behalf of the Department of Professional Management Studies, I now invite Dr. Sneha, conference co-convener, to introduce the chief guest to the august gathering.
Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests,
It's my honor and privilege to introduce our distinguished chief guest for today's international conference, Professor Dr. Marjan Bojadiev. Professor Bojadiev serves as the rector at the University American College, SKOPJE, bringing a wealth of experience as a seasoned professional. His commitment to knowledge transferred to future generations is evident through his leadership in participant-centered learning methods, guiding students towards becoming impactful members of the society. Throughout his illustrious career, Professor Bojadiev has excelled in various fields, including management, leadership, organizational behavior, finance, marketing, and strategic management. His passion lies in discussing these business-related topics with students and colleagues, fostering an environment of continuous learning. Notably, he has contributed significantly to academia and the business community, holding roles such as editor-in-chief for the Journal of Entrepreneurship and Innovation, and visiting professor at institutions in Italy and the USA. His dedication extends beyond teaching, as seen in his involvement in the Globe Research Project in the Republic of Macedonia. Professor Bojadiev's extensive experience includes serving as a member of the Managing Assembly of Macedonian Chamber of Commerce and as an evaluator for the Accreditation Council for Business Schools and Programs. His commitment to education is evident in his roles as a mentor for the Center for Entrepreneurship and Executive Development Macedonia and his leadership in various professional organizations. He has held prominent positions such as CEO of Makedonska Banka Skopje, CEO of Macedonian Saving House, and Vice President for Strategic Development at Protect M Manufacturing Industry Limited. His memberships in organizations like the European Academy of Management and the Academy of Management reflect his dedication to advancing management knowledge globally. In addition, Dr. Bojadiev has been actively involved in various boards, including the Board of Directors of the American Chamber of Commerce in Macedonia and the Managing Board of the Macedonian Stock Exchange. His extensive list of memberships and roles include serving as the president of the Rectors' Conference of Private Universities in the Republic of Macedonia and contributing to the development of e-businesses in the country. As we eagerly anticipate the valuable insights he will share with us today, I now request our chief guest, Professor Marjan Bojadiev, to deliver the inaugural address.
It will start rolling my sheets faster than I can read. So, first of all, I'd like to thank Dr. Sneha for this fantastic introduction. I feel much better as myself after your presentation. You must give me a copy of your speech. This was fantastic. Of course, respected principal, Dr. George, Dean, Aloysius, all the members of the panel, dear students, dear guests. First of all, I'd like to thank for having me and having invited University American College Skopje to be partner in this conference. This is really a great honor for us. So, about the conference topic. Now, after an hour, you're probably a little bit tired, and I'll try to maybe squeeze my speech a little bit, but let's try to understand some forces which are important, which are here behind us, and which are driving doing business in the 21st century. So can we start with the question, what do you understand when we say technology? What is the simple definition of technology? Feel free, you get extra points at Dr. Alosius' course for this if you answer the question. Any volunteer? Well, in the third row, the gentleman with the glasses. Yes, please. Please stand up and speak freely. What do you understand when we say technology? It doesn't have to be the proper definition, no worries, we are not grading.
Technology is anything that makes human life easier, which basically helps in.
Well, some makes it easier, some makes it harder. For the older generation, getting to know computers and mobile phones was really harder. Thank you very much. Applause for the student. So, I understand technology is a way of doing things. Sometimes easier, sometimes harder for someone, easier for someone harder. In any case, the important thing is that things are changing, right? As ancient Greek philosopher Heraclitus said, pantarei, or change, is the only constant in life, and this is the first thing we need to understand. So our question today is related to how do technology and innovation drive the change in business setting? How can they make businesses more sustainable today? As Dean Alosius mentioned in his speech, the lifespan of the firms, this was fantastic figure, is going down, and the number of firms on Standard & Poor index is permanently changing. I was, in my classes of leadership, I was using the cases about Jack Welch, famous CEO in the last years of the 20th century of General Electric. And they were proud to be the only firm which was member of Dow Jones Index for since its establishment. 3 years back, they are out of Dow Jones Index, and all technological firms remain there. So the life is changing. How do these things affect schools and us as teachers and students? And finally, how to make countries more competitive. So let's start with the business. The idea of industrial revolution started more or less in the United States, and maybe automotive industry is the best, let's say, the best channel where we can observe this. We know that we had the big three in America, the Ford Motor Company, General Motors, and Chrysler. And eventually all these big three, which were driving the change in technology or way of doing things, suddenly were abrupted by Japanese manufacturers, later on by Korean, who were doing things differently. As our dear colleague student said here, making things easier, but for the American producers it was much harder. And they started losing ground, and eventually in 2008, 2009, with the crisis, they went into bankruptcy, out of which General Motors managed to be bailed out, but Chrysler is no more. They are part of Stellantis. In France, last year, the most sold cars were Tesla Y, Tesla 3, and Dacia Duster. If we tell these words to someone from 1980s, for you it might look like something in the ancient history. For us, it was when we were young. It's kind of really recent. They will think that we are, if we go in time machine, people will think that we are speaking different language. IBM used to be the biggest manufacturer of computers, and actually the only one for many years. And they were smart enough to divest their manufacturing business, and today they are selling solutions, and they are successful. Nokia, which used to be the biggest manufacturer of mobile phones, simply does not produce anymore because they were not smart enough to follow the change. In theory, we had in early 20th century Schumpeter in Austria, Joseph Schumpeter, who portrayed economic progress as disjointed, abrupt, and sometimes unpleasant. The economists use the term creative destruction. New businesses destroy current businesses. Some scholars have developed another new theories, and in the 1990s, this was Clayton Christensen's theory of disruptive innovation. And he said progress is made by similar products coming from the lower parts of the market, being less expensive, more accessible, and eventually they will become better and better and destroy the market. And this is how PC computers destroyed the mainframe computers, how mobile phones eventually destroyed PCs, and this is what is happening in the world. Maybe the main trends today are digitalization and probably AI, something which happened last year. Someone, I think Dina Lucius mentioned Satya Nadella. I will also mention him. He had this fantastic power game in November when Sam Altman resigned from, not resigned, he was sacked from the board of, by the board of OpenAI, when Microsoft immediately offered a job to him and to all 700 engineers to start developing this for Microsoft. So it was a fantastic move, and they understood what is happening in the world today. The third challenge would be to understand how these things affect schools, colleges and universities. I will quote the dean of GS, College of Business, part of University of Illinois, Jeffrey Brown, who says, "Today we have students who graduated from leading business schools 6 years ago. 6 years ago, most likely you were still in high school, maybe even primary schools, who already find the pace of technological change is requiring that they learn new skills. Areas such as data analytics, machine learning, augmented reality, blockchain, quantum computing are changing jobs, organizations, and industries at a previously unseen pace. The idea that someone can earn a degree at 22 and live happily ever after is as antiquated as the pocket watch." Dean Brown says, "Change is not just coming, it is already here. Our job as teachers, as educators, is to prepare you for that change. Skills you will, 10 years from now, you will learn, you will work in jobs which don't even exist today. So we cannot teach the skills because we don't know them yet, but our job is to prepare you to be the best self-learners tomorrow." Well, being here in India, I think on Sunday I seen an interesting ad on the internet. It says, "AI won't replace you, but the person using AI will." And to be honest, I was positively surprised when I saw that yesterday that KGC started offering bachelor in machine learning and AI. So congratulations for being so fast adaptive to the change. Finally, I will talk a little bit about the global perspective and the countries. A few more minutes, I'm not taking any more. How technologies make countries more competitive. In the last quarter, in Europe, we have Germany almost stagnating, 0.1 growth, which is just a statistical way of embarrassing themselves before the European elections. For everyone in Europe, this is a serious issue since they are the main engine, especially for my country, which is very small and depends on the exports to Germany. But the change is permanent. We were teaching our students that 50 years after World War II, there was kind of stability. There was the G7, which comprised for 55% of the world GDP. 55, the 7 countries: United States, Japan, Germany, Italy, Canada, and France, and UK, of course. Suddenly, at the beginning of the new millennium, they started relatively to decline, and a new group of countries, BRICS, started to emerge. Eventually, someone was smart enough, I'm not sure who, to establish the group called G20, which encompassed the previous two and added few others like Turkey and Indonesia and the others. And now we have the G20, which accounts for 85% of the world's GDP and 65% of the world's population. Today, India is fifth economy by GDP and third if we calculate by purchase power parity. But being the fastest growing G20 economy with rates of 6 to 8% annually, India will most likely overcome Germany and Japan very soon. Someone might say it's the emerging giants from Asia are rising on the world stage. But the truth is that they're actually bouncing back. To be honest, I found interesting data which I couldn't verify, to be honest, but it was somewhere published, that in years when our Lord Jesus was walking this earth, so somewhere at the beginning of the of this era, China and India accounted for 70% of the world population. Of course, there was no United States in those days. India was 33%. So it seems that the giants from Asia are bouncing back. In the end, I'm extremely glad to be in your beautiful country, India, in the state of Karnataka, and especially the city of Bengaluru, the Silicon Valley of India. In 2008, I had the privilege to listen to the lecture of Mr. Narayana Murthy of Infosys at the Harvard Business School, and to be honest, for the first time heard about the Infosys and the IT hub which is developing here. Now, believe it or not, there are some roots which we share, me coming from Macedonia, a small country, and you from Bengaluru. First, as your principal mentioned, Skopje is the birth city of Mother Teresa. By the way, her family name is Boyajiu, mine is Boyajiev, so we might be some relatives, though we have at our universities the grand-niece of Mother Teresa officially. So if you, those of you who will manage to visit us will meet Victoria. Then people sometimes forget, especially in our country, and this is that in 1955, after World War II, India has just recently become independent state, and my country, Macedonia, was part of the federation called Yugoslavia, whose president, Marshal Tito, was initiator, and alongside the first Prime Minister of India, Jawaharlal Nehru, and the President of Egypt, Anwar al-Sadat, they signed the treaty in 1955, which eventually led to the formation of the non-alignment movement in 1961 in Belgrade. Finally, the second route I share in India is that back in the 1980s, my uncle, the brother of my father, used to live in Delhi, and he was economist, agrarian economist, and he was the regional director of Food and Agricultural Organization for India, and his son got married actually in Delhi. They had big celebration and party, etc. And finally, last year we had the visit of your delegation headed by your principals, and we were very, very happy to host them in Skopje. Today I'm here in your country for my very first time. I'm beyond happy to say that me and my beautiful wife Irena, we feel more than welcome here. Thank you very much for warm hospitality. I would like to wish you a fruitful conference, and even more to wish you fruitful next 25 years. I'm not sure if I'll be around when you'll be celebrating your Golden Jubilee, though of course I hope that I will. But what I can promise is that I'll be here in a year or so when Christo Gianti College is granted with the university status. And I hope that the first double degree program that Christo Gianti University will sign will be with UACS. Thank you very much for hearing us.
Thank you, Professor Marjan, for briefing us on technology, innovation, and its impact on schools, colleges, universities, and the society. Your insight on how companies like IBM sustain using technology was enriching. The other way, your thoughts on companies like Nokia, which was not adaptive to change, did not sustain, reminded us all to be change adapters. Through Professor Margin's speech, we are reminded of another mantra called change, along with technology, innovation, and sustainability. Your statistical data on the percentage of contribution to GDP among different nations of the world was indeed helpful. Thank you, Professor Margin, for your enriching words. The aim of conducting conference is to capture a researcher's insight, contributions, and presenting them to larger groups of the society. It gives me immense pleasure to put forth that the students of the Department of Professional Management Studies have immensely contributed their research articles through primary data survey, which has been published as conference proceedings. The papers have been authored by these young minds of the department. With this note, I now request Father Dr. Augustine George, Principal, Christu Jayanti College, to hand over the conference proceeding to Professor Margin for the release. I also request the conference convener and co-convener to join us on the stage as we release the conference proceedings. Thank you. Gratitude is not only the greatest of virtues, but the parent of all others. I now invite Dr. Jisha VG, Head, Department of Professional Management Studies, to render her gratitude to the gathering.
Thankfulness is the beginning of gratitude. Gratitude is a completion of thankfulness. Thankfulness may consist merely of words. Gratitude is shown in acts. Henry Frederick. A very good morning to all. On behalf of Department of Professional Management Studies, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to each and every one of you for gracing us with your presence today. It's with immense pleasure and gratitude that I stand before you to deliver the vote of thanks. First and foremost, I would like to express our sincerest appreciation to our esteemed chief guest, Dr. Margin, the Chancellor, University of American College, SKOPJE. Your wisdom, insights, and presence have truly elevated our event, and we are profoundly grateful for your presence. Thank you, sir. May I request Dr. Aloysius Edward to hand over a memento as a token of our love. Thank you, professors. I extend my gratitude to Mrs. Irina for her presence in our conference. May I request Dr. Shubha, Assistant Professor, to hand over a memento as a token of our gratitude. Thank you, Madam. I would also like to extend a special thank you to our principal, Father Dr. Augustine George, for his unwavering support and guidance throughout the planning and execution of this event. Your leadership has been invaluable in ensuring the success of this endeavor, and we are truly fortunate to have you at the helm. Thank you, Father. I would like to extend my heartfelt thanks to our Dean, Dr. Aloysius Edward, Commerce and Management, for his continuous support and guidance throughout our academic journey. Thank you for your vision, dedication, and meticulous planning that have brought this event to success. Your passion for excellence and commitment to our cause have been the driving force behind the success of this event. Thank you, sir. I express my deepest gratitude to our conveners, Dr. Excelsi, Professor Shilpa Rao, Professor Rupashri, Dr. Sneha of this conference, dedicated faculty members, student coordinator Mr. Sukil, and volunteers who have been worked tirelessly behind the scenes to make this event possible. We are incredibly grateful for your contribution. Thank you, teachers. Last but not least, I would like to extend my deepest appreciation to each and every one of you, our participants, and my dear students. Your presence here demonstrates your commitment to learn. Thank you. Let us carry forward the inspiration, ideas, and connections forged here today as we continue our collective journey towards a brighter, more sustainable future. Thank you once again to everyone involved for your contribution. I wish you all continued success in your endeavors. Thank you all.
Thank you, Dr. Jisha. We are immensely thankful for your guidance and motivation throughout the conduct of the event. Learning is not attained by chance. It must be sought for with diligence. We must accept the fact that learning is a lifelong process of keeping abreast of change. Let us all join together as we gather to learn, unlearn, and relearn through the Silver Jubilee International Conference on Technology, Innovation, and Sustainability in Business Management. I now request the college choir to lead us in college anthem. Kindly remain standing as the dignitaries take leave.